Salutations, everyone. It's me, Sassy Gamer, the #1 disaster writer, occasional doodler, but most importantly, your friend. Thank you so much for being here today with me. But what does all of that mean? #1 disaster, a writer of what? An occasional doodler? Well, at least the friend part seems really easy. Hello, my name is Sassy Gamer, or as many of my friends like to call me, Sass, or some of my really close friends like to call me Sassy. I am a new streamer who recently started streaming in April. I had to think for a second there. April 7th or April 8th would be my anniversary, I believe, of streaming. And I've been feeling things out mostly over on the purple website, not here on the red website. I've been feeling things out, trying to feel what works for me, what doesn't work for me. But I thought that I would make the foray over here onto the red side to YouTube. And so this is my YouTube debut. Not a VTuber debut, a YouTube debut. We'll have the VTuber debut next year. For now, I am but a humble PNG tuber with my beautiful pixel model that my dear beloved Scribbles drew for me. And so I put together this little presentation to just kind of go over the bullet points, the important parts of who I am, what I kind of do, what my things are as a streamer, as well as some of my goals I have for the rest of this year of 2024, and some of my big goals I want to hit either this year or going into next year. Anyways, I could sit here and talk over the beginning of this presentation, or we could start out right away. So, as I said before, who am I? Like I said, I am Sassy Gamer. You may please call me Sass. I'm a writer on Gumroad. I have published a few different stories on Gumroad. I have a free series called Devotion Paladin, which is currently on indefinite hiatus, unfortunately. We may come back to that at another time. But as well as Devotion Paladin, I also have a book called Alone in the Old Woods. Hello, welcome to my YouTube stream. I have a question for you. For one, I want to say that your model is gorgeous, and I really like your name. But is it Night Marie or is it May Erie? Because I really like your name. I love names that have the MAE instead of I don't know. I like the AE. Also, if you would give me 1 second here, I realized something. Give me 1 second here. You can tell this is my first foray into YouTube because I'm not quite exactly sure how to get this fixed. Give me a moment here. So I notice something. Broken down nightmare. Nightmare. Oh! Oh. That's actually really cool. I like that. Let's see if this... What does this look like? Oh, that's horrible. I hate that. That's so bad. Oh my gosh. That just is completely unlegible. Like, you can't read that at all. Well, that might be why. Oh, that's still kind of really not legible at all. Maybe if I make it This is why I label this as a test stream. So I test to figure out what works. This is still like really not very legible. I had an idea. The idea's not going well. I'll make it work, dang it. I'll make it work. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I didn't really plan this out very well, I'll be honest with you. We'll get there eventually. Alright, I've decided that the chat gets to go away. No on-screen chat for you. It's gone. Gone forever. Either way, back to the presentation at hand. I'm a writer on Gumroad. As I've mentioned, I have a book called Alone in the Outwoods. I was supposed to have a summary of Alone in the Upwoods here, but seeing as I wrote the book, perhaps I can just do a summary off the top of my head. Alone in the Upwoods follows a girl named Marissa, who has been living in the Outwoods with her mother as long as she can remember, after the calamity destroyed most of the rest of the world. She's been living within the Outwoods with them alone until today, when her mother is on her deathbed, and soon our dear Marissa will be alone in the Outwoods. And so the book will be following Marissa as her journey, figuring out basically how to survive on her own, a lot of the questions she has now that her mother has passed away, as well as the mysteries of the Outwoods. There's a short novelette. I believe it is 45 pages long. It's been a while since I looked at it, but it is a short novelette. You can finish the read in a couple of hours if you're a slow reader. I know my illustrator, Nosanti, the one who made this beautiful illustration you see on screen right now, she finished it in 45 minutes and then wrote out this long-winded review about it, and it was wonderful. I was so happy to work with her. As well as I'm currently writing the sequel to Alone in the Woods right now called Winter in Brixton. We'll get to the Winter in Brixton sometime this winter. Aside from being a writer, one of the other things I do is I am an occasional doodler, I'll say in my intro a lot. I am not an artist by any means at all. I am horrible at arting. I scribble all the time. I'm not a fan of the art that I create, but I doodle a lot. I like to create art whether I'm good at it or not. And as you can see, my little guy right here, I love him. This is my little doodle Sast. But as another thing that I always say at the end is I am your friend. As long as you have me, I would love to be your friend. And getting into why I say I'm also a friend, what am I like as a streamer? As for content, I am an absolute disaster, as I have made very clear by my inability to even have a chat on screen, my friends. I'm really trying to figure out everything as I go. It's kind of a hodgepodge mess, and a lot of times it's not perfect, but that's part of the fun. Being a bit of a cluster and being a disaster is all part of the brand. And the fun thing is when you make being a disaster and a mess part of the brand, a mistake just becomes part of the bit. I love it. One of the things I like to focus on my channel is I like to play indie games a lot. I like to focus in on small creators when I can. Lately I've been playing a lot of gacha games, which are unfortunately made mostly by big creators, but I like to focus on small games. Some of the games I played in the past, I was a huge fan of Refined Self. I will play that game again soon, my 6-month anniversary. I will be playing the game a lot. It was the first game I played on stream. It was the very first game it was my second stream ever. The very first game I played on stream, Refined Self. And then I played it for my 1-month anniversary, and I will play it for my 6-month, and I'll play it for my 1 year. Because I think Refined Self is an amazing game. and I think it is really good for finding out who you are, and it's a really good kind of introduction to streamers in general, I think. So yeah, another game that I have played as well, I played A King's Bird, which King's Bird is a great game. Lovely. It is also a really hard platformer, I'll be honest with you, and it is a mess for me. I love the game. It's beautiful. It's got great sound effects, but it's difficult as all heck, and so I may not play that game on stream again unless I really want to put myself through the struggles. But that's a good game. The other game I played was Holston, which is a Polish pixel art isometric survival horror game. Not survival horror, sorry. Psychological horror game. I love that game. I'll play more of that game soon. It's still in demo. The other two are fully out, but Holston's still in demo right now. I love the Holston team as well. They're really cool people. I have been following their Twitter for a while, and they've interacted with a few of my tweets. They're really, really awesome people, and I would have loved to continue to play their game and hopefully get to know them as developers more in the future. Other than playing indie games, I also do drawing, as I said, as an occasional doodler. My hope is to get better at art so that I can create fan art for people that is beautiful and good and doesn't take me 3 weeks to make a doodle. So I do a lot of drawing on stream when I can. I haven't done a drawing stream in quite some time, but we'll probably do more soon in the future. And then, unfortunately, as I mentioned, I've been playing a lot of gacha games lately. It is my sin. It is my vice. I am a gambler. And I just go crazy for those 2D waifus, I'll be honest with you. Anyone who's caught a Woo stream knows that I go nuts for Encore. She is so cute. I want to protect her. And we should have a tea party sometime. Yes. I'm a big fan of cute girls. That is one of my favorite things. So that's my content. What kind of things do I have as a vibe as a streamer? One of the things I like to keep is a very tight community. I like to, like I said, I like to call a lot of my people that watch me my disasters, my friends. Yeah, I mean, I have a very strong motive that a stranger is a friend you haven't met yet. I like to get to know people. I reach out to a lot of people. I'm very complimentary, very supportive person of not just other streamers. Obviously, like I said, I love focus a lot on fan art. I like to support other people. I like to think about how I can help people along, but I'm very supportive of my fans as well. And the people that are active in my community will know that I'm the kind of person that really gets to know you and really likes to, you know, maybe not build the biggest community, but build a community that's, you know, you can find yourself a part of. A lot of my streams are very laid back and cozy, as many people said. A lot of people said that I have an ASMR voice, which I don't understand it or believe at all. I think my voice is kind of annoying, but whatever. A lot of my streams are very laid back. I'm talking really fast right now, but that's mostly because it's really hot in here. We're having a global heat wave, and it is especially awful up here, let me tell you. It is a nightmare and a half, but oh well. But yeah, a lot of my streams are very quiet, very cozy. I have a lot of lurkers, a lot of people like to chill. I have 2 friends that fall asleep in my chat. Like, they'll turn on my streams because I stream right when they're going to bed, and they'll watch me as they're going to bed, which I think is wonderful. That I'm happy to be their little cozy sleepy spot. And then I'm very, very creativity focused. I like to come up with ideas. I like to support people with really cool ideas. Huge supporter of artists, huge supporters of writing. I roleplay a lot, both off streams, on streams. I'm a big role player. I play D&D every other week, although it's been about 5 weeks since we played because scheduling conflicts. But I'm a big role player. I like doing voices. I'm someone who will look at a game and look at the things that I think are creative or details that I think are really nice that maybe other people wouldn't pick up on, you know. So that's what I'm like as a streamer. So what are some of my goals that I have for this year? My goals as a content creator, not just as a live streamer, but as a content creator in general, is I want to get 100 followers on Twitch. As of this stream, I am at 80, so it's not too hard to get 20 more followers the next, 5 months? Not pretty too difficult. 4 or 5 months. Easy. 100 followers on YouTube, that's going to be a little harder, I'll be honest with you. A little bit harder, because if I remember correctly, I think I have, 23 subscribers? 23 subscribers on YouTube. So we'll see if I get those 77 other subscribers here on YouTube. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But, I think if I stream enough here on YouTube, maybe that might become a thing. And my last goal is to get 300 followers on Twitter. I'm currently sitting at 149, so I'll have to be doubling that number. I feel like followers on Twitter is way easier than followers or subscribers on Twitch or YouTube. That's just something that I feel, is that it is much easier to do that. But we'll see. These are just my goals and, what I want to try to achieve this year. So how do I plan to achieve those goals? Well, first thing is I need to get way better at scheduling. My stream schedule is a mess. This week is all Gorilla streams. Every single one of them is a Gorilla stream, other than this one, because I can't figure out my sleep schedule. I work overnights 3 days out of the week, so I work 10 p.m.s to 6 a.m.s my time. And that is really difficult because I have things to do during the day. So it's hard to figure out where to slot in sleep between work and then between my other responsibilities and then stream. So it's all being kind of juggled in the air right now. So I hope to figure out my schedule and to stick to it. My hope and my idea is that I'll probably be doing streams at 9 or 10 a.m. my time, and then going to bed after that, instead of trying to go to bed and wake up for a stream later on in the day. But we'll see. More concrete schedules next week. My second goal is to get a nice looking overlay. I actually already am in the process of that. I commissioned someone for it, and I'm working with the artist to create some really nice overlays. I'm hoping we can probably see those sometime this year. Before the end of the summer would be great, but it all depends on when the work gets done. But the overlay you see on screen right now, this one that says current goal get a BGM, which is not our current goal, is one that I created hodgepodge half-heartedly when I first started streaming. I made it in the first week that I was going to be streaming, just for something as a stand-in, and now it's been 3 months now already. Oh my god, 3 months I've been streaming. 4 months, I think. No, 3 months. It's gonna be 4 soon, though. It's gonna be 4 months soon that I've been a streamer. It feels like I started yesterday. I still have no idea what I'm doing, I'll be honest with you, but oh well. But yeah, I have this overlay that I just made randomly, but we're getting a professionally done overlay that will look very nice soon. Second thing, this doesn't apply to here on YouTube. This only applies to Twitch, but I want to get some nice looking panels. I have not found a good panel artist yet, but I am on the lookout for them. I'm really good at finding artists. Most of the artists that I know are illustration artists, so they make like illustrations, and they make MV art, and they make Vtuber models. They don't focus on panels or overlays, so I have to look for someone to make panels for me, but that won't be too difficult. There's plenty of really nice talent and a lot of people out there that can make some really beautiful stuff. So I'll just have to do a little bit more searching around. And last is to get a fitting BGM. I do know a BGM artist, actually. I do know a musician. I know exactly who I want to commission, and I've been kind of coming up with ideas on what I want to do, but I'll do that one last because I feel like a BGM is kind of really situational. I feel like because a BGM isn't going to come in effect obviously when you're playing a game because you don't have BGM going, and it's not going to come in when you're like doing music like karaoke or whatever. So a BGM I think is a little more it's not going to be used as often, but it's something I want to get to at some point. So we'll think about when we're going to get there. But yeah, so that's my plans on things and how I'm going to be able to reach these goals. I think that if I have better scheduling, streaming at more consistent time, if I make my streams look better with overlays, get nice panels, and get a nice fitting BGM, I think that we can hit these goals by attracting more people to my streams. As well as just over time, I didn't write this on here, but just getting more experience as a streamer. But as I stream, that's just going to happen. I'm going to know what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what I think, I want to do in the future, get more confident as a streamer. I definitely would not have been able to talk this much, this fast, to people when I first started streaming. I was very quiet. I didn't talk directly into the mic. I was, still trying to figure stuff out. But I think after now almost 4 months of streaming, I'm starting to figure it out just a little bit. I'm starting to like it, Yeah, I think I'm starting to like it. I'm starting to get pretty good at this. Other than those goals for stream, there are some long-term goals that I would love to be able to do this year, but we'll probably be looking at next year. These are the 3 big ones. The big ones, 2 of these are actually on my New Year's resolutions, things I wanted to get done. So let's just go in order of the ones that are on screen right now. For long-term goals, first one is to get a Vtuber model and rig it up. So I do know the person that I would want to commission for a Vtuber model. I know the exact artist I want to do. I've known since before I was a streamer. I've joked that if she ever became a streamer, she would be my Vtuber art mama. And less and less that becomes of a joke and more of a certainty at some point. But yeah, I have the designs figured out. Obviously, it's going to be very close to the pixel tuber you see on screen right now. Oh, looks like I'm yawning. But yeah, I've got the whole design figured out. I just need to get it there. And then rigging is a long, arduous, and expensive process. So we'll see if that happens. But I think focusing on just getting the VTuber art this year would be a great goal to have. The second one is to finish my second novelette and to sponsor readers. So my novelette, which actually might be a novel, we'll see how long it will be. Alone in the Old Woods, followed by its sequel, Winter in Brixton. So Winter in Brixton I'm currently in the process of writing. I've been posting bits and pieces as I write onto my Twitter, trying not to spoil anything. So you'll get less and less peeks in it as I write along as we get deeper into the book. But I've been trying to post little bits and pieces to tantalize you. We're aiming for it to come out sometime in November, was the plan. Hopefully I'll have the book completely done before that, and in November we'll be able to see it. And I want to sponsor readers, so I have this big plan that I want to do. And what my plan is that I want to finish the book, and then I'm going to sponsor some creators that I adore to read my book, and then they will get a coupon code for their community, with my plan. And so that is goal number 2. Sorry, my tongue got twisted there. Our last one is to create a professional grade cover. I am someone who is not very good at singing. I don't sing frequently, but I love to sing. Despite my inability to, I love to sing. I love to sing in my free time. I love to sing and record it. I started singing. Wow, my brain is getting twisted right now. Forgive me. I had never recorded myself singing until last year, when I started to join a karaoke program. And so what it was is we would record ourselves singing, and then we'd make this big karaoke concert together. And that was the first time I'd ever recorded myself singing. And so when that happened, I realized that I really loved singing. And I really loved, putting together these little tiny covers, these karaoke covers, as I call them. I had a lot of fun with them. And so I have been creating more and more over time. And my hope is that I can create a professional grade cover. You know, those VTuber covers that you always see. I would love to do one. Even though I lack the ability to sing and I'm very new to it, I would hope that I can put my entire effort, every little bit of my creative juices and my hope in, so that I can create a great cover that people will enjoy and will be objectively good. Now, you might notice that these three are some pretty lofty goals. And more importantly, these are all very expensive goals. And so for the sake of being realistic, I think we have to admit that I'm not going to finish these goals this year. At least not all three of them. I think that the fair thing to do would be to pick one goal and work on that. And then from there, we work on a second goal. And the third goal would be saved for next year. And I have weighed in my mind quite a lot what would be the proper choices to make, which would be the goal that we should aim for this year. Because they're all very good goals. And I think the number one goal that I need to focus on would be to finish my second novelette and sponsor readers. You see, not only is my book something that is very important to me. I was a writer before I was a streamer. But it's a content that I think is just going to be worth it. And it's going to continue to produce income, and it's going to continue to be a great thing for a lot of people. And not only would it be beneficial to me, both from a financial and a content standpoint, but it would be beneficial to other people as well, people that I'd sponsor to read my books. And so my plan is to focus on my book this year, Winter in Brixton, and to have it out and to sponsor readers. And that will cost quite a deal of money to get it figured out, but it's the goal I want to aim for this year. And when and if I finish my book, hopefully it will help pay for the second option, which I think I want to save for the model art this year. I really want to become a VTuber. It's something that I've wanted to do since a little shark popped up on my screen. But I always told myself for years that I couldn't be a VTuber, that was a cringe thought, that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't entertaining. And so I put away the thought for quite some time. But now, I realize more than ever that it's something I want. And so I will continue to aim for that. And so goal number 2 will be trying to get a VTuber model and to become a VTuber. And so that leaves our third one, which is the professional cover, which unfortunately I don't think I will be able to do this year. Between the amount of stuff I have to do, the time that I have, and the lack of funds, I just don't think it's something that I can aim for this year. So instead, next year, I will be completing my first 2 goals, and then I will be working on the third goal, which is to create the cover. So yeah, that's my goals for this year. So I really hope that those of you that have seen my Twitter post with my little blurbs of writing from Winter Brixton are looking forward to more, and hopefully you're looking forward to the book that will be coming out, because I really like writing, and I really think that the story that I'm working on is going to be a really entertaining one for people. So yeah, that leaves the last part where I yap out anything I might have forgotten. Thank you so much for listening to this part so far. Anything that I've forgotten about. So this is difficult. How do I remember something I've forgotten? I've forgotten it. How am I supposed to remember it? That's a very good question. I'm someone who wants to make a lot more friends. I want to meet new people. I want to make friends. I want to collab with more people around the world with a bunch of different people. I got into streaming in general, and being a VTuber fan, because I wanted to continue to meet people. I wanted to make friends. I wanted to have adventures and journeys, and I wanted to have fun. You know what I mean? I mean, for a lot of people, this is a career or it's a hobby that pays, and I'm not gonna disagree that this would be a great career to have. But for me, it's all about having fun. I enjoy myself. I love doing it. I feel like a more confident, cool version of myself. I'm a live streamer, despite the fact that I am constantly stuttering and going and and I do get nervous. I'll be honest with you. I get very nervous, but I have gotten into streaming for fun, and I want to continue to have fun, and I want to get to meet people, and I want to do so many cool, awesome stuff. And so it's something I want to aim for. I realize this is a very short presentation. I was hoping to go for like an hour, but we're like 37 minutes in, 36 and a half minutes in. That's fine. This is supposed to be a test stream just so I can figure out how to actually go live, because last week, I don't know if I talked about this, but I went over this presentation for 45 minutes. 45 minutes I went over this presentation, and then I realized I never hit that go live button, because there's an extra button you have to press on YouTube versus when you're on Twitch, and I was mortified. So yeah, now that I actually know how to go live, we'll hopefully be doing more YouTube streams in the future. My plan is to do one YouTube stream a week and the rest being Twitch streams, and I might adjust that as time goes along, depending on where I'm getting more traction, what I have more fun doing. A lot of people like YouTube, a lot of people like Twitch, a lot of people, it's really up to what you feel is right, what you think is what you think is what feels right to you. Meeting people is always fun. Hopefully you can meet a whole bunch of cool and interesting people in your journey. Thank you, Rio. This is my dear friend Rio, who I am about to make suffer. Haha. Get wrenched, nerd. Rio is a very good friend of mine. He is someone that I collab with quite a lot, despite the fact that he's not a streamer. I do For the King with him and my good friend Rosante, and I've had him on for just chatting streams. I've had him on for Party Animals. He's a great person, a really lovely guy. Yeah. That's one of my favorite things about being a streamer, being in this community, is getting to know people. So yeah. I'm very thankful for people that show up and say hi. I'm very thankful for my lurkers that just chill in the background. I'm very thankful for people that just pop in saying I'm heading to work, but hello, and that means a lot to me. Everyone that has supported me on my journey are part of the reason why I am who I am. And I've only am successful because I have people supporting me and looking out for me, and that means the world to me. And I hope that I will be able to pay back everyone's support and everyone's kindness in the future by being a great streamer someday. And I hope that people will be able to look at me and be like, that's Sast. That's my friend. I remember when he was little and he didn't even know how to put a YouTube chat on, and it was a complete mess of a YouTube debut. I hope that someday that will be that'll be you guys. The disasters will look at me, the big mess that I've made, and they'll be proud. I look forward to that day. As I said before, I work overnights and it's hard to figure out when to fit in sleep. And I'm kind of running on like 3 hours of sleep right now, to be honest with you. And I'm getting very tired, and I'm not quite sure how much more I can talk at the end of this presentation. So thank you for everyone who's tuned in for this presentation, and to all of you who might view the VOD at a later time to see what the heck this is about, thank you for watching this. And thanks for welcoming me to YouTube. I hope that the next stream I will at least have a chat on, and it won't be a huge mess, and we'll play some games. You know what game I really want to play? My dear friend Kyoko Bear plays Nikke, and I really want to play Nikke. That looks like a really fun game. I want to try that game. I want to try Nikke, yeah. But anyways, I think now is a good time for us to jump on over to the That's not a name of a room I have here. My outro. Whoop. Thank you for coming so much. The stream is over now. Please make sure to check out my books on Gumroad. Alone in the Woods is only $3.99. Actually, it is currently 50% off. Alone in the Woods is 50% off if you use the code Summer Sale. So that is SUMMERSALE, Summer Sale, for 50% off. And then Devotion Paladin is completely free. You can read it for right now for free. You can get the full-size complete illustrations for, I believe, I don't remember how much I charged for them. $5, I think it was. It was not a lot of money. It was very cheap to get the full-size illustrations. So yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for popping in. But I am exhausted, and I'm probably gonna go pass out as soon as I hit end stream. So, for now, bye bye. Bye bye. 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 How do I end stream on YouTube?